Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the U.S. Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Rebecca Kay, and I'm so glad you could join me this morning for my daily spiritual practice. Well, on Friday, I like to have a word for the week for you. And our word for this week is legacy. And the meaning of the word legacy is the long lasting impact of particular events or actions during a person's life. So the reading for today is by Robin Sharma. Write a legacy statement. Someone once said to me that the first 50 years of life are dedicated to building one's legitimacy, while the last 50 are devoted to building one's legacy. How true. So many of us spend the first half of our lives striving for achievement and struggling to gain respect. Once we have this legitimacy, whether it comes in the form of prestige or material possessions, we soon realize that something is missing. Then we spend the remaining years of our lives trying to do what we should have done from the beginning: create a legacy. One day, my father posted a poem on the door of our refrigerator. It had been translated from Sanskrit and it read simply: Spring has passed, summer has gone, and winter is here. And the song that I meant to sing remains unsung. I have spent my days stringing and unstringing my instrument. These words were written by a man whose heart was filled with regret over a life half lived. Rather than singing the great song that he was destined to sing, he spent his days preparing and waiting until things were just right before he acted, stringing and unstringing his instrument, in his words. Sadly, that time never came. The time to start building your legacy is today, not 10 years from today when you have more time, because we both know that time will never arrive. Reflect on what it is you want to create in your life. And more importantly, what gift you wish to leave the world when you are no longer here. Greatness comes from beginning something that doesn't end with you. To help me see my own legacy more clearly, I have written a personal legacy statement. While many of the corporate executives I work with have personal mission statements, few have considered scripting individual legacy statements. While the former defines your vision of what you want to create while you're here, the latter expresses what you aim to leave behind when you die. There's a distinction between the two. And if you think about it, it'll help you to avoid feelings of regret, sadness, and disappointment about what could have been when you reach the end of your time here. Wow, really some powerful words, right? I hadn't really thought about creating a personal legacy statement, but I think it's something I should really start to consider. So this morning, I invite you to just get really comfortable and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and let it out with a sigh. Drop those shoulders. Roll that neck. Just feel how good it is to let go. Just release all that old stuff that you don't need anymore. Just drop down into your heart. Connect to the divine. This is your time for an experience of your higher self. The higher self that resides in your heart, that guides you, leads you, loves you, supports you. And I invite you to take a moment to think about what legacy this higher self would like you to leave behind. Knowing that you have lived a life filled with joy and laughter and love, strong in the belief of good and more good, ever increasing good. We have stepped into high consciousness. That place where we create the best that life has to offer and the best that we can offer to those who go after us. So this morning, I invite you, as you sit in the silence, to think about your personal legacy as the silence takes you deeper. Greatness comes from beginning something that does not end with you. That gift which you wish to leave the world when you are no longer around. Greatness comes from beginning something that does not end with you. That gift you wish to leave the world when you are no longer here. Greatness comes from beginning something that does not end with you. A gift you wish to leave the world when you are no longer here. Greatness comes from beginning something that does not end with you. A gift you wish to leave the world when you are no longer here. And thinking about this helps us to avoid regret and sadness and disappointment over a life half lived. If we simply take the time to consider scripting an individual legacy statement. So I call you back into this time and space. We send great thanks to the universe for this time to sit in the silence and connect to our true selves, to have an experience of our divinity as we begin our day, to feel loved and guided, surrounded, and to know in our hearts that we are one with God. I thank you for being a light in the world. I thank you for joining me this morning. I invite you to check out our website for all the really fun activities we have going on this weekend. This center is getting really busy, so be sure and check that out. I'm Reverend Rebecca Kay here at the Yuma Center for Spiritual Living. I'll see you next Wednesday with some points to ponder. I send you much love and many blessings. I declare this to be a blessed day. Thanks for joining me.